man-to-man defense on the defensive end now, and Dink Peters is not in there, and he's not having to spend a lot of energy chasing someone man-to-man right now.
Day got that last foul. He's got a couple of the big guy for Liberty, and the Pirates throw it away. Stephen Rance can't control. Right in front of the Liberty bench, and interim head coach Randy Duncan, and there's the head coach of the Pirates, the still very youthful Joe Dooley, who will turn just 32 years old at the end of the month. Pirates lead by 5, 18-13, 7:49 to go first half. We're coming right back. So nice to have you aboard our WITN Channel 7 coverage of East Carolina Pirate basketball. The Pirates lead Liberty by 5 points with 7:49 to go in the first half. Trey Jones, I think it's kind of a game that we expected. We expected a low-scoring game, very deliberate styles by both of these ball clubs, and neither team's really been able to get on a run here yet in this first half.
Liberty shooting only 30% for the game, and as deliberate as they are on offense, they're not going to get that many shots, that many good looks at the basket. And if they don't hit them, you're not going to see a lot of point production from the Flames.
Here's Jackson taking it left to the paint. Leaves it for the jumper from three-point range, and it goes in by Martin Reed.
Nice soft rim for Reed right there. He got a very amicable bounce. And the Pirates once again switched it up again on defense. They picked up Liberty full court that time, Jeff. And so Joe Dooley's throwing a lot of different looks at Randy Dunton's club.
See if the Pirates can counter here. They lead by 2. You see the time in the first half. Here's Alico, double teamed on the baseline. Back to J.J. McQueen. The football Pirate now out there for Joe Dooley's ball club. 6 seconds on the shot clock, and Vinny Sharp looks to break him down. Missed it. Loose underneath. We got a reach, and we got a foul call. The Pirates did not execute very well that time on offense in that half-court set.
And really kind of a desperation shot there for Sharp.
It's 2 on Vinny. There's a look at Joe Dooley on the bench. Joe, 39-29 in his 3rd year as the head coach of the Pirates. 57% his winning percentage. Took over for Eddie Payne when Eddie left this program to become the head coach at Oregon State in the Pac-10. Eddie's ball club off to a good start, but now they've got all the Pac-10 games coming up. They were 9-4 going into Pac-10 play.
Well, ECU comes into this game 5-8, but 5-5 in their non-conference schedule. And if they win this one tonight, they'll come out of the non-conference 6-5. And if you take a look at those games before the season began, you'd have to say you have to be pretty happy with the 6-5 record in the non-conference schedule. But so far in the CAA, ECU is really yet to find the groove with just, I guess, just 1 win so far in conference.
Jeremy Day, just a 56%er, gets the free throws.
20-second timeout.
And we'll keep it here for a very quick 20-second timeout with 6:57 to go in the first half. And the Flames have come back to tie the Pirates at 18-18.
Well, the first half was moving along pretty well, I thought, Jeff. We've got several timeouts called by both teams now and kind of slowing the action down. You talked about how ECU could really use this game as a springboard. Next 5 and 6 games are going to be at home. After this one, they've got Richmond coming in on the 17th. They go to VCU on the 22nd. Then it's 3 straight CAA games that really could make or break the conference season for them against Wilmington, Old Dominion, and George Mason. And after that, the last five of the last 7 games are on the road. And so to get in the groove now at home would really be key for Joe Dooley's team.
The season is going by very quickly. You realize 5 weeks from Friday is the CAA basketball tournament in Richmond. And we've got a foul called against East Carolina away from the basket.
Offensive foul call on East Carolina's Meadows. Illegal screen.
Phillip Meadows will get it. Illegal screen. Couple fouls on O, and on the Pirates, that's 8 team fouls on East Carolina. So Liberty is going to be at the line for a 1-and-1.
Let's see what they got O for here. That's kind of off camera. You really can't see what happened there. And I was trying to watch the referee and see which numbers he was holding up. But since Othello is 0, different referees will either hold up a fist for a 0 or kind of like the OK sign for a 0. And I really couldn't tell at first what they were calling.
Pirates with the basketball. They'll look to attack in this tie ball game. Here's Meadows up top, and Garrett Blackwelder, who started tonight. Young man from Mount Olive in Southern Wayne. Peters tries to pass it down low, makes a bad pass, stolen away, threw it right into double coverage, if you will.
Yeah, actually 3 guys down there standing in front of Raphael Edwards. And here the Pirates are kind of back in the switching zone.
Sorensen kicks it to Jackson. Good first step to the baseline. It's short, but he's fouled on the arm, and Jackson is going to go to the line. You can tell this guy's an athlete, Trey. He's got a good explosive first step to the hoop.
Yeah, he's a guy who can create his own shot, too. And for some of these players, for Liberty, they obviously need that deliberate offense and try to come off some picks and get an open look at the basket. But Larry Jackson can create off the dribble and find his own space to get a shot off. And with Dink Peters in, Joe Dooley's in the zone right now, and like that because Dink isn't having to work so much on defense. He can kind of stand there and take up space, and so he's not spent when it comes time to get on the offensive end of the floor.
Larry Jackson gets the free throw, leading scorer for Liberty at 13 points per ball game. He has 6 points, and as a free thrower this year, he comes in and right at 70%. Next one as well, good, and the Flames have a 2-point lead. Liberty leads 20-18, and the Pirates have got to crank it up. Their offense has really bogged down here the last few times down the floor. Maybe Edwards will get him started with that jumper.
Yeah, you go right to the workhorse when you need a big bucket like that. And Raphael Edwards has been there every time Joe Dooley has gone to him since his career started here last year at ECU.
Pirates at 45%, 9 of 20, and Liberty 35.75 of 14. They've only had 14 shots. Liberty looks to work it down low. Trying to take the ball right inside, and there's a good up and under move. Nice play by Adam Hopkins.
Well, Adams not going to move Dink out of the low post very much, but he can kind of pull a Kevin McHale move and kind of swing around him and get it up underneath.
Liberty's got their big lineup out there now. Hopkins at 6'10 and Day at 6'9. Dunk to Peters. The Dinkster looks to go baseline, and there is a push on Adam Hopkins. The Auburn transfer will pick up this first foul.
Lithia Springs, Georgia. I'm thinking from when I grew up in that area, I believe that is somewhere close to Atlanta, Lithia Springs.
That's your old stomping ground, and mine as well. Yes, I know it's a suburb. I'm not exactly sure on which side of Atlanta it is.
Atlanta
but it is.
Continues to become a huge city. Everything is a suburb. Savannah becomes a suburb of Atlanta.
Here's Dunk in the corner. He'll get it to Dink Peters, and back now to Edwards. Edwards with one dribble in the paint. 14-footer wouldn't go, and a flat-footed rebound to Hopkins. Flames lead by a hoop, 22-20 in a very low-scoring, slow-moving first half.
Well, this is exactly what Randy Dunton wants to see, too, Jeff. I mean, his team is not going to score a lot of points just by design. If they can keep ECU kind of cold from the floor, it's going to play right into their hands.
Only averaging 62 a game. They're giving up 70 points per ball game. They can be extremely dangerous, as was the case last Wednesday when they beat Virginia. Here's Wright, and got a piece of that one, but Wright got the ball right back. 1 second on the shot clock. Reed got it off, and he hit it. At the three-point shot clock buzzer.
If he did beat the clock, I mean, he just beat it by a tenth of a second, because that thing was just about to expire when he let it go.
3 threes for Mark Reed, the senior out of Bangor, Maine. He has 9, and the Flames lead by 5. We talked about it in the open. You got to cut that guy off. He's their best three-point shooter. They've not been able to do it. And Meadows is misfiring again, but Dink Peters cleans up for the rebound in the basket.
Well, it's a nice board by Dink, but that's twice now we've seen miss badly from downtown. And we haven't really seen too much of Tony Parham tonight either. He did not get the start as Joe Dooley shook off the lineup, and I haven't seen him out there a whole lot tonight.
Larry Jackson in for the Flames.
3 minutes and 58 seconds to play in the first half. We've got a timeout at Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum, and the Pirates are behind by 3 here, 25-22. We remind you that East Carolina will be home on Saturday. It will be a 4 o'clock tip-off. Your original tickets and also the original schedule say 7. So please make note, the tip-off time on Saturday afternoon is 4 o'clock. As the Pirates take on the high-flying Richmond Spiders, who come to town. They've had a resurgence this year, Trey. They've been down the last couple of years. They used to be the team to beat in this league when Dick Tarrant was the head coach at the University of Richmond. They really dominated this league and did some great things in the NCAA tournament. Got to the Sweet 16 one year, and then they kind of had a down period, but they've really come back now in a big way this season.
I'll tell you, I really am in love with the CAA, Jeff, and since I moved here about a year and a half ago, it's my first real exposure to it. And the reason that I've had a lot of conversations with people in this area about it is because the CAA is the kind of league where you're not going to get very many players who leave early to go to the pros. Although they're quality players, they're going to hang around for 4 years, so you get a lot more team play than you would sometimes in a conference, even like the ACC, where you see a lot of top players just split after 2 seasons. And they go on and have fine pro careers, but it kind of leaves the college teams almost like a pro team where you're bringing in free agents every year. I mean, you never know what to expect from year to year, but the CAA has that continuity.
Good look at the Pirate students. Nice to have the students back in town in Greenville. They returned from the holiday break this week, and they always add so much to the atmosphere here at Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum, and a very good contingent of students here tonight. Liberty will inbound the basketball. There's the run out at the other end. Nobody picked up Jackson, and he gets the easy layup.
Yeah, he ran a post right there. And Joe Dooley is not very happy at all about having his full court press beat like that over the top for an easy two.
And Joe's going to call a full here, not at 20. That was a quick whistle and a quick timeout. 27-22. Liberty leads by 5. We talk about the students seated around the floor. The configuration of this building is much like Cameron Indoor Stadium at Duke. When they renovated the building here, it was by design that the pull-out bleachers are around the floor, and those 1,700 seats are reserved for ECU students. And there's a good look at the football Pirates saying hello. And there you see Marcus Crandall right there in the middle of your picture, and Marcus is going to be our special halftime guest. There's a good look at Marcus Crandall coming back, giving a thumbs up sign. He's now a pro player, of course. He's in the Canadian Football League with the Edmonton Eskimos. And Marcus is going to join us at halftime, renewing some old acquaintances with Buck Collins and some of the other fellows here.
Marcus Crandall didn't get as much playing time as I'm sure he would like with Edmonton this year, but hey, Doug Flutie's going to go to the NFL, Jeff, so he can just move over to the Toronto Argonauts. Starting job open for him there.
I'm sure Marcus will take Doug Flutie's contract he had with the Argonauts as well. He was the highest paid player in the CFL. He was making about $2 million a year in the Canadian Football League. And they really built that entire league, not only the Toronto franchise, but the entire CFL built around Doug Flutie. And he won 6 Grey Cups, Trey, with those Canadian teams that he played with.
That's amazing. Well, and the only other guy to come close to that was when Warren Moon was with the Eskimos. He won 5 straight Grey Cups, so Doug Flutie did him one better. As the Pirates bring the ball up the court this time, Tony Parham at the scorer's table set to come in, and during that full timeout, I saw him away from the huddle trying to stretch, and we can see him stretching now. I don't know if he's got some cramps or what, but we haven't seen a whole lot of the Pirates starting point guards so far.
Going quickly to the basket with the reverse is Raphael Edwards, and Raphael's got 6, and the Pirates have cut it to 3.
A guy like that makes it look so easy too, Jeff. I mean, athletic plays that would take the ordinary human being would be impossible for him to do. We've seen him make so many wonderful plays in the short time he's been here.
Liberty now with the basketball, working it on the perimeter. They try to isolate one-on-one with Jackson. Othello Meadows did a good job defensively. Jackson's got it again. Here's Reed. You got to identify him on the perimeter. Now they're going inside. Shot is up, and it's no good by Hopkins, and the Pirates with a rebound and a chance to cut into the lead.
Yeah, O was right in Jackson's jersey that time, and that really screwed up the Liberty offensive scheme and what they wanted to do. They really tried to give Jackson room to operate against Meadows, but O just wouldn't let him have anything.
No, with a bad pass and out of the crowd. Here comes Jackson. Is he going to take O one-on-one? Yep, to the baseline. The fade wouldn't go. Push on O. And Meadows has picked up his 3rd foul. That's not good. They need his firepower on the floor.
Yeah, O has not had a stellar game on either end of the court. Not shooting the ball well, and that's his 3rd foul. And the look on his face after that call, too, he was just total disbelief, and Joe Dooley is letting the referees hear about it right now. But Larry Jackson is a very crafty player, and you could see on that play, I guess we don't have a replay of that, but he leaned in, drew the body foul, and threw the shot up. It's a very crafty move.
Larry Jackson will hit the free throw. He has 10 points. Tony Parham goes in, and Meadows goes out with those 3 fouls. Larry Jackson out of Carrollton, Texas. Quite a career. Is a Liberty Flame from Lynchburg, Virginia. And the next one is up and good as well.
We'll take a look at what Larry did here in leaning into Othello Meadows. And I guess O did not have offensive position there. But Larry Jackson pretty much read his mind and saw what he was going to do, and whether he got the bucket or not, he was going to get a chance to go to the line.
Very questionable call that time. Joe Dooley not too happy with it. And the Flames lead by 5. Parham's got the ball. Blackwelder to Branch. Back to Garrett, who's always looking to unload, and he'll take the shot and score, and he's fouled. Garrett will go to the line for a 3-point play.
Well, Garrett came out shooting hot in the starting lineup, and there a nice pump fake to get his man out of the way and get a cleaner look at the bucket there.
Joe Dooley always battling on the sideline. Hopes Garrett Blackwelder can make this a 3-point play as East Carolina has cut it to 3, 29-26. And there's a good look at Garrett Blackwelder. Very supportive parents there at every home game and almost at every road game. Missed the free throw, and here comes Liberty. It's a 3-point Flame lead here as we near the 2-minute mark in the first half. Sorensen drops it off. Hopkins are going to him a lot on the baseline. He missed it again, and the rebound cleared inside. Hopkins is getting his chances, but they're not going down. Raphael, good quick move. He left Sorensen in the dust, but the shot wouldn't go.
Well, Raphael missed that one, but Joe Dooley will take that matchup every single time. If Eric Sorensen is going to try to play Raphael Edwards, you just go right back to him as soon as you get the ball on the offensive end.
That's not going to work. See if Randy Dutton makes a change on that defensive assignment, because Raphael is much quicker. Here's Wright. He's a good-looking player out of Texas. He was a highly recruited player. And there's Sorensen on the baseline, and he gets the jumper to go.
Well, Sorensen kind of got lost in the ECU defense there and got away from Raphael. Let's see if they try to go back to that matchup, because Sorensen is still guarding Edwards right now on the high post.
Frustration continues for the Pirates here. They're down 5 at home to Liberty. Blackwelder for 3. Yes!
Well, the kid from Southern Wayne is really feeling it, isn't he, Jeff?
He really is. He's always looking to pull the trigger. He's hit 2 threes tonight. He has 14 on the year. His three-point percentage now is up around 39%.
For the past couple of years, ECU's been that kind of team. You never really are sure where the spark is going to come from some nights.
Hopkins misfires again. Pirates with the ball. Parham lost the handle. Here's Nick Wright with the steal. Wright looks for Boykin, down low to Hopkins, and a foul on Branch. I'll tell you one thing, they're trying to go to Hopkins about every time down the floor, you know.
Yeah, they've made a point of that. They're going to throw it down to him, and I guess the strategy being to draw the attention to him to get a cleaner look for Mark Reed and also for Larry Jackson on the perimeter, because those guys have not had much chance to get off clean three-pointers. And Tony Parham and Othello Meadows, the senior guards for ECU, have both kind of been non-factors so far in this game. And as I said before, Tony looked like he was trying to stretch his leg out. I don't know if he's feeling cramps or if he's hurt or what, but he's not moving as well as he should out there.
Adam Hopkins gets the free throw. He has 5 points, averaging 7.4. He was a top 25 high school player coming out of the state of Georgia, signed with Auburn, then transferred to Liberty. He's really played sparingly in his first 2 years at Liberty. Now a junior, getting a chance to play a little bit more. And he is the tallest of the Flames. They had a terrific player last year, Peter Aluma, who really was the backbone of their program the last 4 years. And he was a big guy inside at 6'10". And Hopkins gets 2 free throws. He played behind Peter Aluma the last couple years. 33-29, Flames by 4. The Dingsters back in. Blackwelder is always looking to pull the trigger. This is Vinny Sharp. Kick it to the corner. Raphael go on baseline and lays it up. Good play.
It's one of those plays I was talking about before. You just don't see the ordinary basketball player able to do that and get the kind of hang time you need to make that kind of lay-in.
33-31 Flames. Flames will play for the last shot here of the half. There's the bomb by Jackson. Oh, man, what a bomb. Right in front of the Pirate bench. Larry Jackson throws it in to give Liberty a 5-point lead at halftime.
That's the way you want to go into the locker room right there, Jeff. With time expiring, I guess that was a three-pointer there, so Liberty takes a 5-point lead. And here's a look at it again. Outside the arc, time winding down against the double team, and he cans it from downtown. Really impressed with this kid, Jeff.
Larry Jackson has led Liberty in this first half as we thought that he would. It's 36-31. The Flames lead by 5 at halftime. Marcus Crandall, our special halftime guest. Hang in there with us. We're coming right back. Welcome back to Williams Arena, Minji's Coliseum. We're at halftime. 36-31 is our halftime score, with the Liberty Flames leading the East Carolina Pirates by 5 points here at halftime. Well, it's a pleasure to welcome Marcus Crandall courtside. And Marcus, welcome back home. Let's get caught up on how things went first year in the CFL with the Edmonton Eskimos.
Well, first of all, I was glad to be back as usual. And my first year was a learning experience, and I think I learned a lot. I sat back and, got a chance to learn from some older guys, something that I didn't get a chance to do here. And I think I'll benefit from it later on in upcoming season.
Marcus, let's talk about the transition, going from college football, the great career you had here at East Carolina, into professional football, playing in the CFL. It's a totally different game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. The main thing is a faster-paced game. You only have 20 seconds to run and play. But I think the big advantage is, for me being a scrambling quarterback, is they have a wider field. And I just have to use that to the best of my abilities. And hopefully next year I get a chance to do that.
Marcus, was it tough to catch on to the CFL game? You got 3 downs, 110-yard field, wider field, all the different changes. We know guys can go in motion before the snap. Sometimes it looks really strange when you watch it down here in the States.
It was a little wild when I first saw it. I mean, I've seen a few games on TV because of Junior Smith, and I followed it a little bit then. But once you're playing it, it's a totally different game, but it's fun. And I think I'll enjoy it next year.
Yeah, for a quarterback especially, and as you mentioned, for a guy like you, this has got to be a fun league to play in, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. And I think Doug Flutie is a great example of that. And he runs around the field. He utilizes it really well. And that's something that I'm going to have to do later on in the future.
Now, Doug Flutie won't utilize it next year in the CFL. It looks like he's going to be with Buffalo. We were joking before you came over here, Marcus. I'm sure you'd take his job in Toronto and probably take his contract, too, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, I take the contract if nothing else.
Now, what do you think your future is, first of all, in Edmonton? You mentioned you were behind, I know, Danny McManus and also Jeff Kemp. And what's the future look like as far as you're concerned in Edmonton with that franchise?
Well, now I think Danny, he's a free agent right now, and we just got a new head coach, and our former head coach went to Hamilton, and Danny, he's going to wait to sign, I think, and in February. He's going to talk with Edmonton, then he's going to talk with Hamilton and see what they're talking about. I think he's going to go with the best deal. But as for me, I think the future looks good for me either way. And I think I'm going into the camp next year as #2 quarterback, and that's something to look forward to.
How was it playing in front of the Canadian fans and playing in a city like Edmonton? Did you enjoy that experience?
Yes, I do, because it gave me the feeling that I had when I was here. In the CFL, you don't get many fan support, but Edmonton is a great city and great place to be. And I don't think I'd rather be any place else right now.
When you guys come out on the field, you kind of look like the Green Bay Packers, don't you, in those uniforms?
Yeah, we do. And hopefully next year we can play like them, too.
Exactly. Marcus, how about the cold weather? Of course, when you move to Canada, everybody talks about it. We don't like cold weather down here in the South too much. Were you able to adapt? And how about playing in that bitter cold weather you have to play in the CFL?
Playing? Well, I was sitting around on the sidelines, and so I never got a chance to, in college, to, when it was cold, to get that feeling, because I was always out on the field running around, and my adrenaline was flowing, and so I never really got cold.
Marcus, you've had a year now to reflect back on your East Carolina career. I know as a player things go so quickly, the games just come up each and every week, and you really don't have a chance to stop and think. But now, after you've been out of here a year and you're in pro football, when you reflect back on your East Carolina career, what are some of the things that stand out?
Well, I think the fan support, they've been great here, and I don't think I can ask for anything more. And just being around so my family can come see me play. And I think that's been the most important thing for me.
No matter where you go in pro football, I have a feeling that this is still going to be home for you. Is that right?
Yes, it is. It is. I'm always come back here no matter where I go.
And most of your family and your roots are right here in Eastern North Carolina.
That's right.
Marcus, thanks so much for dropping by and saying hello to us, and congratulations on making the CFL last year, and we wish you the best of luck in the future.
All right, I appreciate it, Jeff.
Marcus Crandall visiting with us at halftime. When we come back, we'll have the second half right after this. Welcome back. Just about ready for the start of the second half. We're at halftime in Greenville with the Liberty Flames leading the East Carolina Pirates by the score of 36-31. We'll take a look at the first half stats. In this one, this sees, again, the Pirates down by 5 at halftime. And Trey, it's kind of amazing. Pirates trail by 5, but they've shot 50% from the floor, only 44% for Liberty. And the Pirates have out-rebounded them as well in this first half. But you can see the difference in the ball game is at the three-point line and also free throws. Liberty 10 of 11 from the line, pretty impressive.
Well, what a huge disparity that is, the fact that Liberty has gone to the line 11 times compared to only 3 times for ECU. I mean, normally, you know, Dink Peters is going to go to the line that many times in the first quarter, in the first part of the first half, excuse me. Just trying to force it up inside. So the Pirates have got to force the offense a little bit more, especially Dink and Raphael Edwards. And if they can't get the shot to fall, go to the line.
Take a look at the leading scorers of the ball game. Garrett Blackwelder got the start for the Pirates tonight, and he has 10 points. Raphael Edwards and Dink Peters with 8 each, and Larry Jackson, leading scorer for Liberty, already has 1 more over his average. He was averaging 13. He's got 14. Reed with 9, the other guard. He's hit 3 threes, and Hopkins has 6. And Trey, you know, the wheels were turning in the Pirate locker room at halftime. Joe Dooley, I think, is really trying to light a fire under this team.
Well, they tried just about every kind of defense you can think of in the first half to try to foul up that kind of slow-looking at times offense, very deliberate, lots of passing from the Flames, but they got the shots off, and Joe Dooley and company are going to have to find a way to keep Larry Jackson from getting the kind of looks he has at the basket. But then again, you know, he's the kind of guy that's shown he doesn't really need a super clean look to get it off, especially at the end of the first half when he nailed that three-pointer kind of falling away. The kid's really phenomenal.
So Liberty will inbound the basketball, and the Flames will start here in the second half with the ball. And they look to take it inside today. This is right back to Day again. Boy, they're trying to go in the paint to their 6'9" and 6'10" people, and Day missed it. Dink Peters with a good defense and the rebound.
And Dink's going to have to make a statement here in the first part of the second half. But if you're going to come inside, you're going to come away empty.
Here's Dink with a shot from 17 feet, and the Dinkster pops out and hits the jumper.
You can see Dink is wearing 4 now. He wore 44 last year, and all the Pirate media guys wearing 44. That was Don Douglas's number last year, and Dink said he couldn't have it because Don had it, and that was the number he wore in junior college, and so now he's gone back to it and he likes it a lot better.
36-33, Flames by 3, and there's a penetration by Reed, and he lost it, but it was tipped on the way out, and it will remain Liberty playing basketball, and Reed looks to inbound. Mark Reed played for his father. Roger Reed was the player of the year in the state of Maine coming out of high school. Here's Jackson to Reed. Looking for help and gets it in the corner. There's a shot by Jackson, too hard. Aliko Dunk, easy rebound, and he looks to push it. Here's Aliko, lost the handle. It's kicked out of bounds. I'd like to see the Pirates push the ball a little bit more in this second half, Trey, and maybe set the tempo a little faster.
Well, you don't have to order Aliko Dunk to do that. Most times Joe Dooley is trying to calm him down and keep him from pushing it up the court. So you want to do that, just turn Aliko loose and let him do his thing. Tony Parham played only 3 minutes in the first half. One of our players to watch, the starting senior point guard. Either he's in the doghouse or he's hurt, but it looks like he's sitting off to the side of the Pirate bench and he's not feeling that well.
Garrett Blackwelder's got it for East Carolina to Peters, and now back up top to Aliko Dunk. On the wing to Sharp, there's a lob. Edwards catches in the left hand.